Alrighty here, folks. Alrighty. Got ourselves a game. Might actually bottleneck me by doing two here. Yeah, it's probably gonna bottleneck me if I'm doing two stream yards. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. See how this goes. Alrighty. So we got a good forecheck here. So it's 12:41 here in the first period. We're gonna see how things go. So interesting. Hopefully this doesn't look terrible on the recording. But what a defensive block on bitches. Oh man, Marino saved one there. Saved one there. And now we can talk about how terrible these commercials. And what's going on, JL? How you doing there, brother? Appreciate you popping in. Um, so we got a couple good games tonight here. We got the Devils in Carolina, and we also got the Edmonton Oilers against the Golden Knights at 9:30. So that should be some good hockey, obviously Eastern Standard Time, because that's the time zone that I live in. Good seeing you back there, Jay. Really like to see it. Some people coming in. If you guys haven't already, they should be down below in the description. Um, I'm going to be posting, a live stream as well on the Patreon. I'm going to be doing more stuff exclusively for the Patreon, just so people know that that is definitely something that's going to be happening. It is actually currently happening right now. Stuff I can't show on stream here, I can do there because it won't be public. So, um, some of these commercials are so just goddamn crazy, but to each their own. Am I super like you know what? I might have to find a different way of doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna do a different way of doing this. So that's actually bottlenecking me. Just leave. All right. That was a big hit though. Oh, everyone, I see some people popping in, coming in. I appreciate it. So 0-0 here, 12:41 here in the first period. New Jersey's going to be playing Carolina. Carolina's a way better defensive team than the Rangers are, so this is going to be a little bit tighter of a series, I feel, in that regard. Not necessarily in games, because obviously the last series with the Devils went to 7. But I would say New Jersey has a little bit more of an explosive offense. And can Akira Schmid translate that last round performance into this one? He seems like a very calm and collected kid, so I'm not really worried about him. Why you running? Hey, I appreciate you popping in. Why are you running? Big Devils fan here. Good to see. Good to see. You must be pretty happy after them beating the New York Rangers. Um, Severson will curl back here. Bratt giving some help. A little bad turnover there by Severson, and he will make up for it with getting that puck. But working down low. There we go. Devils get possession. Hischier will just do a soft dump ahead, and Tatar in pursuit on Pesci. I will say Carolina has a fantastic fan base. They really are super passionate. It's really kind of my love. I honestly love the Hurricanes in the postseason because their fans really do show out. They really are like big into the bronze bonanza. Oh, a little bit behind Sheffield. Puljujärvi here. Stastny back to the point. Shoot from the point. Does not get through. Good block. Wood curling it behind the net. Passes it over. And did that go off the road? No, just off a weird pass there. Puljujärvi. Backhand sauce. Doesn't get there clean to Stefan. Stefan will wrap it back around to the point. Slavin back to Burns. And good glove save there by Schmid. Schmid looks like he's very calm and composed. That's what I really like to see. Where I've seen some goalies have a little bit of the jitters, he's receiving the puck very well. Like he's not fighting it. And that's very reassuring for the team in front of you. Like when the goalie starts fighting it, then you feel like you got to block every single shot. I really have been impressed with his composure. So I mean, that's definitely a good sign for the future if you are a Devils fan. This kid definitely, I think he can hit a higher level. If I'm being honest with you. So let's see here. Devils get the face off, but Mercer will bubble that in the neutral zone. Aho. Oh, and Marino just threw him down like a small child. Oh, Jesus. Burns. Oh, that was a good little redirect play there. Just wide. Oh, one-handed effort. Good play there by Burns. Aho here in pursuit. Stefan. Oh, Aho in front. Point shot blocked by Graves. Good block there. Devils are doing a really good job of just blocking shots. Icing here, 10-22 in the first period. Yeah, I mean, Hurricanes are getting their chances. Some really good set plays. I like that shot for the point going for a redirect, and he just missed it. A couple feet the other way. That might go barring in. Aho with a great pass to the Brady Shea. Great block by Graves. Oh, point shot. Good goal there by Pesci. I believe that was Pesci. They didn't show it. They didn't show him till, yep, it was Pesci. Didn't show the goal. It was kind of in doing the animation. So the Carolina Hurricanes will strike first. Looks like it. I don't know if he was screened because I mean, they were doing the graphics, so they didn't see it. I'm going to see here. Oh, he didn't even see it. Yeah. That was a good screen. That was a good shot. Getting it through. That went through a sea of bodies. Yeah, I went like right between two guys. Yeah, Schmid didn't have a chance to see that. That was a good shot by Pesci. That's a good shot. Carolina starts off this game strong. Really strong. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Hurricane fan, but it's early, 10-19. Let's see if the Devils can get back. They're getting the shot attempts are 13-1. We're not showing the exact shots yet, but Hall will kind of wrap around. Oh, Palat. Oh, and looks like the Devils. Up, Hughes was almost had it there. Hughes coming in here with some speed. Good hit there. These Carolina Hurricanes are gonna play them a lot tougher than New York did. There's gonna be a little bit more physicality in that regard. Truba, and DeAndre Miller can be hitters, but these guys have they have a better defense core than the New York Rangers. So this is going to be a little bit more of a tighter series, I'm assuming. But the playoffs, it's hard to assume anything at this point, really, if you think about it. There's some absolutely bonker outcomes and just bonker games. Like Joe Pavelski scores 4 goals and still loses. So that was a really good shot from the point there. Good face-off play, and then Pesci just found the seam. And that's a theme. You got to just get pucks on net. You never know what will happen. So you never know what will happen. Oh shoot! Oh man, stretch. Man, so much betting now, man. I don't know. Some of the betting gets a little bit over the top. At least that's, in my opinion, it gets a little bit over the top. Kind of crazy. Like how much betting do you really need to do? You know, you really need to bet every single thing. Oh, first player to wipe their ass gets this amount. It's like, come on. So, I mean, Carolina's been the dominant team in this first period by far. It's not even close. They've been looking really good, and they're gonna make life hell on the Devils with this type of play. Felt bad for Sorokin on that Paul Stastny goal. That was a bad one. Ugh. Yeah, good glove save there. So hischier coming in here, curling on the half wall, curls back for Hamilton. Tries to get through Slav and good defensive play there. And face off in the offensive zone. Carolina Hurricanes will win it here. Do a little lob here. Oh, doesn't clean. Wood keeps it in. Oh, offside. I thought he kept that. That actually kind of looked pretty clean. The Ghost of Spare will have it here behind the net. Kind of reset. Carolina. Oh, good physical hit there by Palat, but they'll manage to still get it in. Marino up the wall. Trying to get some here. Hughes. Patience. Back across. Trying to get a clean entry. And Carolina's doing a good job of taking away space. Oh, try to feed Hughes there in the slot. Nobody in the middle of the deep point. Marino back to Hughes. Hughes, nice soft little saucer. Marino top the slot. Good block shot. He'll get the puck again. Tatar here at the half wall. Curlin, it will move. Get some space. Drops it off the defenseman. Oh, no, well, drops to Hughes. I apologize. Hughes was up high in the zone. Tatar getting forechecked on. He loses it. Back to the point here. Burns gets a shot on net and good save by Schmid. And win by Stefan back here. He'll get puck possession in the offensive zone. Good play there. Keeps it in. Stefan behind the net. Point shot here from Ghost Despair. And just misses. Stefan dealing it back to the point. Oh, right off. Right off of Jarvis' cheeks. New Jersey here in pursuit. Bastion dumps it to himself. Can't get to it. Devils on the change. Oh, this play there. He'll throw it back. Liking what I'm seeing here. Carolina has been a very, very good team. They have, in my opinion, definitely outplayed the Devils throughout this period. New Jersey gets one at the point, and it's not able to keep it in. Oh, Carolina here, 2-on-1. Oh, what a nip by Jarvis, glove side. What a strong play there. What a play by the kid. Wow. Strong start for the Hurricanes here. Graves made a bad play there at the line, and he paid for it. No chance for the goalie. I mean, he didn't even he played the shot. Just wow. That was crazy. Jarvis just nipped that bar down. So 2-0 Carolina here. 5 minutes and 17 seconds into the first period. We're gonna see some type of response from the Devils. Oh, Reno just can't get a clean play there. He has to go back neutral zone, back to his own blue line. Devils on the change. So they're getting outshot 7-1, the Devils. Carolina's definitely hemmed them in. Bastion keeps it in. Wood. McLeod here as well. Or once somebody told me I was pronouncing pronouncing McLeod. That was wrong. And I found out that's not true. I mean, I should have looked into it myself instead. I just took someone's word for it. But Bastion out the forecheck. Ooh, curl here. Devils are kind of maintaining possession. I think they're going to strike here. Oh, little two on one, and nice backhand try there. You got to like what you're seeing here. A little bit of good offensive pressure for the Devils. Oh, good stick there. Really good stick there. So 350 here. Netches across. Back to the point. Slavin. He'll wrap it around. Paula on the forecheck. Burns would shoots it. Or no, pass to Stastny. Oh, good defensive play there by Siegenthaler. Hughes on the wall. and he'll kind of play it to the open wall, slaving on net. Oh, he was going for a shot pass there. Good try. So we got Hughes coming up the ice. Stahl on the back check. Good play by Stahl, bothering Hughes the way. Eric body slaving. Stahl will return the favor. So like it's funny, Carolina seems like they've always had one of the Stahl brothers. Back to the point here. Siegenthaler shoots it a little bit wide. Drury puts it out. Good hit there by Siegenthaler. So 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Carolina, this has been their period. We got to see this fight back from the Devils. They have shown that they can bounce back. Chatfield will throw it into the end. Hamilton back to his D partner. Throwing it up. Gonna offside. So 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Yeah, that escalated pretty damn quickly. It's actually been it's pretty much been all Carolina, if I'm being honest with you guys. They've looked like the far more dominant team, and I've been impressed. But it's early. It's early. I'm expecting to see a little bit more fight here through with the Devils throughout the game. So I'm not too worried about that in that regard. I think the Devils just need to calm down and play their game. But Carolina defensively, especially as a system overall, is far better than the Rangers. So I'm not completely surprised. There's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period. There's going to have to be because you're not playing the Rangers who are going to give you time and space. Carolina is extremely good about taking away that time and space and making life difficult on you. So I think it might take the Devils a game or so to get adjusted to this style of play. They are a young team, but as for the Carolina Hurricanes, they keep playing like this, taking time and space away. They're going to make life very difficult for the Devils. They have very good help defense. It's not just the defensemen that are good. That's why I say, as a defensive team, they're far better than the Rangers because they all come back check, their star players back check, and they take away lanes. So you got to really respect the style of play that Rod Brindamore makes these guys execute. I called the Bruins to lose that series after they lost Game 5 because just they didn't look right. But I mean, yeah, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, before the postseason, I knew that they lose." I'm like, no, I thought they'd be going for a cup contender, but they get bounced pretty early, and they honestly deserved it. Florida was the far better team, and Florida, I think, maybe just wasn't getting the proper respect because they beat Toronto last night 4-2, and handily were the better team for most of that game. Toronto, some people were kind of disrespecting them, like saying Florida was going to be easier than the Bruins, but I just don't see it. The style in which Florida plays, they got some high end talent, but they also got really good defensive players that will lock you up. So 1 minute and 56 seconds left here in the first period. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from a Hurricane fan. Devils have one shot on the period. You're not going to win any hockey games getting one shot. They just can't maintain puck possession in the offensive zone. They can't even get it in clean. So I'm not going to say it's for a lack of trying to get it in, but the Carolina's neutral zone defense is extremely good. So Wood will chip it off the glass to himself, and Stefan gets tripped, and Carolina's going on a power play. That is not good. Minute 43. Ugh, McLeod, man, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Here, point, Carolina. Burns to necas. Necas down low to Notion. Necas over here. Stick handling, but Notion. Notion with good shot block there, trying to get one on net. Necas over here. To Aho. Aho back to Necas. Necas over. Oh, I was going to pass it to Burns. He didn't. Good save there by Schmid. Jarvis keeps it in. Aho, first one to the puck. Good play by him. Keeps it in. Oh, back to the point. Burns over to Necas, and Necas will shoot that wide. Aho. And is that a trip? Oh, I'm surprised I didn't call that a trip. So, minute and 2 seconds left in the first period. They dump it. You know, Carolina's gonna, if they don't score here, have like a few, I don't know, about 10 seconds. 15, 18 seconds on the power play. Aho coming in. Oh, big save by Schmid. Oh, he's got puck possession. Necas here. Goes to spare. He loaded up on that one timer. Big save there by Schmid. I think Aho fumbled that towards the end of that drive. Yeah, he comes in speed. You can't let this guy come in down fucking Main Street on you. Yeah, he missed the net on the first shot, and then Schmid made the good follow-up save. Great play there by Schmid. Just doing anything he possibly can to keep that out of the net. That was an awkward butt. Up. Carolina. Goes to spare. Over to Drury. Go back to goes to spare. One timer wide. 28 seconds left here in the first period. Goes to spare over here to Drury. Drury back to goes to spare. Goes to spare over to Kokiniemi. Goes to spare. Shoots. Big save there by Schmid. Puljujärvi gets thrown down. They clear. 15 seconds left in the first period. They have time for one last quick rush. Carolina is out shooting them 10-1 at this point, folks. 7 seconds left here. Kokiniemi shoots it on net, and Schmid will glove it. So they'll probably put a couple more seconds back on the clock. It says 2.5, but Schmid gloved it for a couple seconds. They let run off, so probably go back to 4.5 seconds. So Gio says, I'm with the Devils in 7. Okay. Definitely saying. Point shot by Kokiniemi. That's wide. And the first period is over. 2-0 Carolina. Carolina outshot them like crazy. Kratos says Trishka was definitely motivated trying to win the series last week. If her post on Twitter, anything to go by. So let's go into the period here. 2-0 favor of the Hurricanes. 11 shots to 1 in favor of the Hurricanes. 13-12. Devils are out hitting them. And FU copyright material. Yeah, I mean the Devils were outmatched in that period. They were not the better team by any stretch of the imagination. They got outplayed. Is Jordan Benton still a goalie for the Blues? Yes, yeah, he is. He's still the St. Louis Blue goalie. He's playing no, he's kind of he's okay. Nothing crazy for Bennington. But you know, you can't complain. What you're seeing there. I mean, the Blues team is not good. They're kind of going to have to go through a revamp and stuff of that nature. But yep, I mean it's been a pretty good first period if you're a Hurricanes fan. Hopefully the Devils can kind of get things underneath control because they didn't look like themselves. So yep. Let's see here. Around the playoffs here. So Seattle took a 1-0 series lead against the Stars. That was a good overtime game. Joel Pavelski had 4 goals for the Stars. But Seattle with a spinning Yanni Gord shot, high glove side over the shoulder of Grubauer. I'm sorry, over the shoulder of a Ottinger. Jesus, Paul wins it. Then Florida, they get off to a 1-0 series lead as well. They beat the Leafs 1-0, and I'll be honest with you, looked like the more dominant team throughout game one. But we have seen throughout this postseason that the one game is definitely not an indication how things will go. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers will be playing tonight after this game. And currently, we're watching the Devils and Hurricanes. So, a lot of exciting hockey here. Let's go into this. So, we got our Calder Memorial Trophy Cup. Okay. Matty Beniers, Owen Power, and Stuart Skinner named finals for the Calder Trophy. Beniers, 20-year-old forward, led rookies in points for 57 and a plus 14. Was tied in the league for goals for Wyatt Johnson for 24. Second assist for 33 in 80 games. He had 10 power play points. So, yeah, pretty good. Number 2 pick overall in 2021. Power led defenseman assists with 31 and points 35. Was tied for second in plus minus rating with plus 10 with Dylan Sandberg of the Winnipeg Jets. And he was the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft. Skinner led the rookie goalies in wins in games and was third in save percentage with 914 and fifth in goals against average. I think Matty Beniers should win it, in my opinion. I think Matty Beniers should win this trophy. He think about it. He's in the postseason, and obviously Stuart Skinner as well. Well, he's played really well. I've been really impressed with his game, and I think he has a very high ceiling. Owen Power did really good too, but I don't know. I think for an overall season, I'd go with Beniers. Skinner was Skinner was solid, I guess, but he was a little bit up and down. I feel like you were a little bit more consistent with Beniers, but I don't know. We'll see. Usually harder for a goalie to win the Calder. And okay, I was gonna say what's going on there. Kratos has this to say: the Blues are now in a desperate need of a rebuilding phase. That now that Stanley Cup honeymoon phase is over. I would agree. I think they're kind of understanding that, and that's why they've traded pieces like O'Reilly and stuff like that. They know they need to switch things up. So I think they're kind of realizing that and understanding that that's for the best. So, yeah, I mean, I'll take Matty Beniers for the Calder. Oh, and that is actually interesting. So McDavid and Eichel will set off the face-off in the second round. The first and second pick of that individual draft. Obviously, there's no question Connor McDavid is the far better player. Yeah. Yeah, it's just Eichel's really I think like the one versus two, I agree with McDavid. They've been on different sides conferences and we haven't really played each other much. I think that story's long ago. It's been a long time. I don't think Taylor versus Tyler thing is still going on. It's been a long time. Yeah. I mean, I think with Eichel, unfortunately, due to injuries, it just never lived up to his potential. And maybe he can finally do that after, another season after it. Madison, good to see you back, Madison. Devils struggling, I know. Yeah, the Hurricanes got to give it to them. Really good at taking space away, not allowing clean entries into their offensive zone. Very good on the help defense. This is a completely different defensive team. The Rangers were just lax defensively a lot of the times, right? I'm just going to say it how it is. The Rangers defensively are not a great team. They're an okay team. And that's where you're starting to see, I think, some of the differences there. I think we'll probably take the Devils maybe a game or two to figure that out. They're a young team. So I really don't think I wouldn't worry too much. I think it's just going to take them time. Yeah, exactly. It's only one game, Madison. I wouldn't worry. It's just going to take time. They're a young team trying to figure things out on the fly. And I really liked their tenacity last round. So I fully believe they're going to make this a series. Kratos, isn't Tarasenko If I saw this, no worries. Isn't he suing the Blues for unpaid surgical procedures that he got traded to the Rangers? I don't. Okay, wait a minute. Is that actually true? Hold on a second. I gotta look that up because if that's true, that's bad. Tarasenko suing Blues. I'm not sure. Okay. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out. Can't find an article for it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find that story. Trying to find it now. I'm not sure about. I don't think that's true, Kratos. I can't see anything to verify it. Really? That can't happen. They're his employer, and he got injured on the job. Hold on. Let me see something. I'll have to look into it after. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Let's talk about the goalie matchup in the next game. I'll look into that more. I'll try to find. I just can't find anything right now on that story. Anything of actual tangible. I'm not gonna go to like a fan. Like I saw a fan page, but some of these gossip pages are just absolute dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit. Um. And Rick Allen is back. I'm surprised you showed back up. I'll be honest with you. I respect that. I respect that. I just think yes, that's what I know. I knew he requested a trade. That was way back though. That was way back. Um he um he wasn't happy with how that stuff was going. He was not happy with how that was going. Let's talk about Rick Allen. So we're going to talk about a Canadian team because the Leafs got kind of. I mean, the Florida Panthers played them and dominated them for all that game, but they could bounce back. And this is an interesting matchup. Brossoit was once considered the potential goalie of the future for the Oilers. Now he's the number one in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And Stuart Skinner, who was selected by the Oilers in the third round prior to Brossoit's final season with them, has taken his place as the heir apparent. So I have to say, Skinner's played okay. I do worry about him holding up because when I look at Stuart Skinner, and I'll back to this thing. When I look at Stuart Skinner, like that worries me. That stat line with a sub 900 in the playoffs, like you can't sustain this success. Like you can't sustain success when your goalie can't stop a beach ball. So he's got to be far better in that. He can't be that bad. On Brossoit, I mean, 30 years old, He's played pretty decent thus far, 915 at 2.42 goals against average, a 4-1 record. Now, he's playing the Winnipeg Jets, so, I mean, I also take that into consideration. But Brossoit was he's an okay goalie. He's solid. He played good in the 11 games he played this season. But I think the goaltenders for both sides isn't great, if I'm being honest. And it's going to see who can hold up. Now, if Skinner can play to his potential, he'll be fine. But he also lets in some pretty funky rebounds. Like, he lets off some funky rebounds. I think he's got to be a little bit better. He's got to be a little bit better. Brossoit, no, he's done well. I mean, considering he got called up to, fill in when he wasn't, them to fill in. I mean, Golden Knights. I mean, how many goalies are we at this point with the Golden Knights that are like out? I mean, Robert Leonard to start the season, then we'll go from there. So, I mean, what do you have? Aiden Hill is his backup. Jonathan Quick isn't the guy anymore. Logan Thompson is fighting things. He was their starter. He made the All-Star game this year. He's still day-to-day. I mean, once Logan Thompson comes back and he's fully healthy, you got to play him. Rick Allen says it was one game. Leafs will still win the series probably, but either way, Oilers are getting to the finals. All right, I got to say this. I have to. Oilers fans, Leafs fans, this is not an easy road, right? And I think you guys are starting to find this out, right? You guys played the LA Kings, who on paper you're far more talented than, but it still went to 6 and honestly should have probably gone to 7. And the playoffs are a different animal. Like Seattle, they beat Colorado. Florida, they beat Boston. Florida beat you in the first game. I think we got to stop just looking at the regular season and having that judge a team. We got to look at how they're playing now. And Florida's playing like they should have played last year in the postseason when they won the President's Trophy. They lost Huberdeau and they lost Weegar, but I don't think anyone's going to say that, Huberdeau or Weegar are better players than Tkachuk. On paper, they, took a hit defensively, but the defense of Florida is pretty solid. They have some good pieces there in their top 4, and you have a guy in Gudas who can, goon it up when needed. And Florida's just got a lot of higher end talent that we don't want to recognize. It's a mixture of talent and grit, and it makes it, life hard on the Leafs. I see that series going probably 7 games. I'm picking the Panthers in 7. I really like what I've been seeing. Bobrovsky's made some big saves. And as for the Oilers, I mean, yeah, they should win this series. When you have Draisaitl, McDavid, so much talent on the back end, right? Evan Bouchard's coming to his own when he doesn't take stupid penalties. I could see the Oilers beating this, but I mean, it's not a shoo-in. These teams are getting hot. Goalies are finding their form. And, I mean, we got to just stop taking the regular season as the end-all, be-all, because that's just not the case. Canes in 4. Appreciate you popping in. No quit in Carolina. You got to be really impressed from that. If you're a Carolina Hurricane fan, they played dominant. They were the better team by far. When another team only has one shot against you, the Devils, you're going to win most of those periods. So if they can replicate that performance and limit the Devils to 3 shots on the game, I mean, I think that would be a record. But I'm expecting a surge here from the Devils, but Carolina's defensive game and their defensive help from their forwards, it makes them extremely tough to play against. And, as someone that's coached hockey, it's actually, it's awesome to see at the pro game people be that disciplined in their own end, because a lot of players like to get so lost in the offensive side of the game they don't play a good two-way game. So, I mean, it's been a really good game for the Hurricanes. I can't complain in that regard. It's been a good game. Let's go Devils indeed. But I'm surprised they're not down 4-1. I think Schmid's played pretty solid. I'm not going to really blame Schmid on any of those goals. I can't show clips here. I'm going to be doing about like I always do. I'm going to do individual breakdowns of the game after the fact. But I mean, when I look at this, like the Pesci shot from the point, didn't have a chance to even see it, and then Jarvis at the hash marks, he's a good goal scorer. He's going to bury that pretty much like 8 times out of 10. So I mean, you can't blame the kid for that. Schmid's played solid. He's the road warrior animal's son. I have no idea. Admittedly, I have zero idea, Kratos, who that is, who you're talking about. No idea. Eric, yeah, I would agree. They got to be a little bit better with the tape-to-tape passing. That's something they've kind of struggled with. And kind of they just got to play a smarter game. They got to get like a little bit crisper passing and maybe just a little bit chip and chase when they can. In my opinion, try to beat these guys with speed because the Devils have the talent to do that. So, but if you look at how Carolina plays and even the offensive side of the game, they have a lot of bodies around the puck carrier and a lot of support. Not going to allow these talented players Hughes to get up to speed. And then just their physical presence, it's definitely a factor. And that Jarvis, I mean, that turnover by Graves on Jarvis when he comes down here, hash marks, snips it, glove side on Schmid. You can't be making that type of mistake at the blue line. Get it deep. You can't do that. So Clump Sauce, let's go Canes. I'm a transplant, but they're my second team. Okay, we got some Canes fans in here. I like to see it. We got some Devils and Canes fans. He played for the Rams about 15 years. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Now that makes sense.
Yo. Hello.
Oh, what's going on, Ricardo?
Not much. Sorry, I'm late. Been doing some spring cleaning stuff. As you can see, there's a little bit of a mess back here.
It's all good.
Yeah. But kept my eye on the game.
The Devils played really well. Started out the period strong. It's 19-33 in the second. I don't know where you are.
I'm at 1840. So
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pause.
Okay.
Let me know when you get to 1842.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm at 1918. So you're a little bit ahead of me, obviously, because of the New York hacking. But so I mean. Yeah, Carolina dominated that first period, but it looks like Devils got some good offensive pressure. Oh, good try there over to the Bratt. You're at 42, you said?
Yep.
So I'm at 19 right now, 59. I'll count you down when I get around to 48.
Cool.
So you got to like what you're seeing here. A little bit more of a pushback here by the Devils. They need to get some sustained offensive pressure. 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40. 39, okay. 38. You good?
Yep.
Okay, so that makes things a lot easier on my end. Watch this fucking together. My co-host on the other show doesn't believe in being a human being like that. So, Siegenthaler here.
Unfortunate.
I've been really impressed what I've seen from these Hurricanes, man. Oh, Siegenthaler's got to get off the ice. He lost his bucket. That's a penalty. You can't play the puck.
He could stay in there because he's in the middle of the scrum. Now he needs to get off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But since...
Oh man. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Backdoor pass. I mean, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. When you're in the scrum, you can stay in the scrum. Once the scrum disperses, you have to get off the ice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing Schmid could do there. That was a good backdoor pass. Absolute no shot for the kid. That's just unfortunate. He wants a penalty there. That's what they want. I feel like Martin Nook forced that helmet off of him. Good patience here, though. They're backdoor to Kokanyemi.
Yep.
The Vanacek. They're putting Vanacek in.
Yep. Vanacek is coming in. Well, I mean, you don't want the kid to get buried tonight. You know what I mean? Still want him to have some type of head on his shoulders afterwards.
None of these goals are on him.
Yeah, but you know how being an athlete, right? You know that a lot of times you'll blame yourself for anything that goes wrong, especially at this high of a level, and you don't want him to get into that negative headspace. I mean, they did it before, and when the Rangers scored, I think it was like 5 or something or whatever, and he came back the next game just fine. You know, so that's kind of what you're hoping is. You take him off the ice. You let whatever happens in this game happen. You don't want the kid to lose confidence. He's still young. He's still new to you know to the whole scenario. So you kind of just want him to still be capable after. You don't want to break him right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of it's unfortunate because I think the kids played pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely not his fault. But the team in front of him just got a message saying, "Hey, all right, you don't want the guy who's gotten us here to be back there because that's what you guys are just forced us to do, and maybe the guys wake up now."
yeah, I mean, they're now shot 11-1. They had a good little start to the period. Vanacek can be pretty capable, so hopefully, we see a little bit more something here from the Devils. Klompsauce asks, do you believe that Gallant is out in New York?
No.
Do you think he should be out?
Do I think he should be out? No.
Hmm.
What the coach has made a huge stride in this in what the organization's trying to do. He's gotten in the first 2 seasons. He's gotten the team over 100 points. The first one they went deep in the playoffs. This time they fell short. Okay, it happens, right? And you have other coaches that don't even make the playoffs, and they're still coaching, right? So you can't be like, oh, they fell short this season, so get him out. Like that's just moronic. Like anybody that really believes that is a true moron in not understanding how an organization should work and how it should be conducted. It isn't like the team completely was garbage, right? They unfortunately played not as well as they should have in the playoffs, but that's one playoff series.
Hmm. I mean, it's kind of how do I put this? They underperformed in the playoffs,
100%.
and some of that you have to, some of that can go to the coach, but I look at more of the players, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you can't sit there and blame the coach for the whole. Like, bro, come on. The coach wasn't on the ice. The coach put the game plan together, and as you heard many of the Rangers say after the game, we didn't execute. They know it's on them.
Mm. I'm actually might chop this up into a video for the hell of it, right? So I'm going to kind of take a note of the time, around 50-something minutes in the stream. So I'm going to go back and, get the recording of it. But, I mean, I think for me, when it comes to Gallant, I don't think he's good at making adjustments. I think he struggles in that area of the game. If he can go in kind of winning with his game plan, to start the series, he'll be fine. But he just didn't really play great here. 2-on-1, throws it over, and doesn't get it over. Hischier with a good back check.
Oh,
there.
what a hit!
Caller gets destroyed.
Jesus.
And Dougie Hamilton up here to Bratt. Bratt's got to try to get through. And this is the one thing you'll see the difference here. We should probably just make a one-off video when we get a chance to hear about the Gallant because we can actually have a good conversation about it.
Oh, 100%. I'm with it.
But so this is the thing, right? The Carolina Hurricanes are such a better team overall than the Rangers defensively. They just play such a tight-knit game. It makes entries far more difficult. Where the Rangers, they got some decent physical players.
What a hit.
They got some decent physical players, but let's be honest, they're not.
They have 3 to 4 physical players, and they're all on the defensive end. None of the forwards are really physical, unless you start including like Goudreau on the 4th line, and he's not even that physical. Nice,
Barry Bastion.
Let's go.
Grinder. What Grinder gets it done, folks. That's a beauty of a play. He's just like, give me that going top shelf. Where's my $10 million per year, baby? God, a Batman. He's a good player. He fills a nice role on the Devils. Kind of shows. Look at this coming in.
Was he offsides when he got the puck? Not him, but the other player that was getting up. if his skate was off the ice, he was offsides. If his left skate was off the ice, just
I
saying,
mean,
they can obviously um, try to review that,
challenge it.
but they
Nope, too
didn't.
late
They
now.
didn't. Yeah,
Too
they
late.
did it.
3-1. So Devils got a little bit of life. Bastion said, I don't need Hughes. It's all me. So 3-1. Let's see if the Devils can get something going here. Now, to be fair, Anderson has not been tested, right? They went back with Anderson this game.
Mm-hmm.
2 shots on goal, 1 goal in. So that actually can be a detriment at times because like the goalie's just not in the game and engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm the Devils,
Oh yeah, he got his foot up.
if I'm the Devils, I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna get after it. I'm gonna get some shots, screen. This game it's only 3-1. They can get back into it. There's been a lot of spectacular postseason. Jordan says, I think he's a Devils fan. Rough game, but yeah, it's early. You guys scored one. Bastion had a beauty of a play there, and it's still pretty early here. I mean, the Devils definitely have the talent. Bad turnover. Carolina going to dump it in here. Siegenthaler and Marino back behind the net. Pass it's up.
See that right
Over the
there
hole.
is a key part of Carolina's game that the Devils did against the Rangers, but seem to be
Oh,
failing at
good
here.
shot.
Oh,
Go right in the slot. Foot loose here in front.
puck is loose. Puck is loose. Good poke. Good.
Oh,
Oh, good try.
haul it back.
Get
Point
that
shot.
shot.
Oh, Palat. Man,
Oh,
this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a good play here by the Devils. Nice surge here. This is what we want to see.
So Carolina and the Devils, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that they're very much alike in the way that they pursue the puck and they attack the defense of the opposing team. They put a lot of pressure on everybody. It just seems that the Devils haven't found their stride in putting the pressure, but it looks like they're coming into their own now.
Yeah.
And it's good because it's crucial because it's the middle of the second period. And this is kind of where if you had a bad start, you want to find your legs around this time, right?
Absolutely.
Because this is where you can still make a difference. You don't want to find it too late because then it's just not good.
So Stahl wins that draw, flips it into the neutral zone. Oh, good play there. Devils get possession. Tatar up. He loses it. Oh no, we got to. Ooh, that could have been
close.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
That could have been pretty bad. If if Stahl was able to flip that over, that's a breakaway. Burns at the point, going for a tip there. I mean, if you're a Devils fan, you got to like the fight you're starting to see here. That's good, but
they're waking up.
They're waking up, but here, Devils here, Burns at the point, walking it, saved there by Vanacek. And they will eventually get it out to the Carolina zone.
Soft enough that no icing.
Burns throws it up, trying to catch the Devils on a change. Good play there by Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler up here. And this stream is kind of choppy as me. It's actually kind of giving me fucking a headache. But we'll deal with it because it's ESPN and it's not in the game.
Because it's not EA. Ooh.
So Siegenthaler here with Severson. Severson throws it down. McLeod.
And they look to break out.
Oh. And they flip it high. Bastion. They're trying to feed their their prime goal scorer Bastion in this game.
Their workhorse.
Yep. Cloud here on the forecheck. Someone told me that's not how you pronounce his name, and then I changed how I pronounce it, and then I had a bunch of Devils fans when I made that one video say, no, that's actually how you pronounce it. So that's kind of funny. No, someone told me it was more McLeod, not McLeod. And that's why I was like, wait, what? And
it's
I was
McLeod.
like,
I watched the Devils all season as
well.
well.
No, now I know, but like when I did it, because someone's like, no, it's actually McLeod. I'm like, wait, what? Really? And he's like, yeah. Like, I was like, okay. And
whoever that is watching right now, laughing, saying, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. Hughes gets thrown down like a small child.
Isn't he?
Haul it back to reset to Hamilton. Hamilton up.
We got to remember, like, Hughes has not grown into his body yet. Like, he's still growing.
Yeah, he's 21.
You know what I mean? Like, he's still got a little more growing. He's got to get, like, his body weight up. His physique is going to grow a little bit more. So, we don't know where his body's going to take him. If he's going to stay, with a smaller frame, just sturdier, or is he going to get a little bit, bigger
I mean, I honestly think smaller guys should follow the Martin St. Louis approach. Oh, one timer here and
good try.
wide. That was a good look there for the Carolina Hurricanes. Marino here at the point, down in his own end, I should say. And we got, here we go. A little bit of a Zergovich back to Marino. Past him. Ball will be getting the puck.
Oh,
and Carolina just voracious, man. Burns coming down there with the help.
Oh, that's on purpose, man. That's on purpose. I saw what he did. Did you see it?
Yeah,
he literally pinned his head and made believe like he was off balance, and it just fell on him on purpose just to get him out of the play.
Yeah.
Veteran move right there. Move.
Absolutely veteran. Tatar here, working the ball. Going for the stick lift.
Oh, they got to be careful with their sticks.
Yeah.
They've already got too many penalties to start this game, so they don't want to fall into that rhythm.
Siegenthaler over to Hamilton. Hamilton, just misses him. But hischier with the speed. Right here.
Good try to feed the back door.
Oh, hischier trying to get it over. One-timer. A little bit wide here. Hischier is, he's starting to play real. Oh, right here. Good pass back to hischier. Threw it back to the it's loose in this crease, and good clear.
Whew.
Good clear.
Whew.
You earned your contract today there, bud. That was a good one. 10:03 in the second period. Martinuk that was a crucial clear there, man. That was right
100%.
at his feet.
It was right there just for it to be poked in.
You know what? The Devils are starting to cook a bit here.
Yep.
Martinuk's like, nope, not today, baby. I would have probably liked hischier just to take that shot there instead of the drop. But Holla on the face-off here against, if I could actually see who it is and they actually show me. Like, God. He'll win. Holla wins. Siegenthaler over to Hamilton. Hamilton.
Holla said it doesn't matter who's in here.
It doesn't matter. I will say some of the camera work hasn't been great. Hughes down below.
I've noticed that with Carolina games. It's not the best work.
Yeah, it's kind of painful because some of the ESPN, like the first goal, they didn't even show it originally because they were doing their little animation shit.
But I also think that it's where the cameras are located for some of these teams is not the best. Yeah, like when the Islanders were in Brooklyn. Horrible camera work.
Oh my God, that was some of the worst coverage of all time.
I mean the camera work was horrible.
Bad bounce, big save there by Vanacek. Devils got to be careful here.
They can't get overconfident just because they had a little good stretch, and I think that's what's happening. They're falling in love with themselves.
Ball, get it up here. McLeod.
There you go. Hard work. Get it over.
Oh, wow. Right into Anderson.
They got to blow the whistle on that. He got his skate on his head. Check if he's okay. That's a tough one. He shouldn't get a penalty.
He's driving to the net and he gets pushed into him.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good. Devils are looking to wake up here. They're playing really good hockey. You gotta like it. Clump sauce. Who is in net? It's Freddie Anderson. It's Freddie Anderson who's in net.
Also, shout out to the Stahl brothers. All three of them are still in the playoffs.
Dude, I was just saying, right? There's always a Stahl in Carolina. Doesn't matter who it is.
Oh yeah, well Jordan Stahl's been there since he was like in their AHL, program, whatnot.
Yeah, but I think every Stahl's been in Carolina. Eric, Mark.
Did Mark play there?
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, before he went to Detroit.
I believe he did. I'll fact check that, but I believe he did.
Yeah, definitely because they definitely all had. I know Eric was there. He was like the captain for so many years before he went to the Rangers, and then after that is he went. Where the hell did he go after that?
No, you're right. He played for the Rangers for the longest time. Then he went to Detroit for a couple.
And then he went to Florida. I didn't think he played in Carolina.
So this is my requirement for Mark Stahl before he retires. He needs to go to Carolina.
Oh my!
Sign a 1-day contract just for me.
Man, but yeah, I mean, Eric Stahl was there. When Eric Stahl was in Carolina, Jordan was just the fourth liner. Obviously Eric was the captain. Once he left, it was kind of a questionable, who's going to be the next captain. And Jordan Stahl stepped up to the plate, and he's been batting 1,000 ever since. I mean, he's been a good leader for them. he's kind of been the example of what the organization wants in
He's
a
a great
leader.
defensive center.
A
He's a
hundred
great
percent.
defensive center. He's
Great
one of
shutdown center, bro. Great
yeah,
shutdown
like
center.
he's perfect in that third line, maybe second line role, just because of how big and strong he is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep, yep.
he's
All three of them are big and strong, though. Like that's the crazy part about the Stahl brothers. All three of them are huge. They're all strong on the puck, right? It's just a shame that who was it? Eric had to knock Mark Stahl out and give him a concussion for like half a season.
yeah.
That was the craziest,
That
bro.
must have made Thanksgiving awkward.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So Devils won that face off, but yep, here we go. Carolina will clear. They get into the offensive zone. It looks like they'll be resetting. Vanacek over my favorite pastime of goalies playing the puck. Marino over to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler over here.
Oh,
Oh,
good
good little
call.
move there. That was a good little shifty move
That was a
by
juke.
McLeod. Bastion with a good old clap bomb there. Blocker saved by Anderson, but Carolina will be going the other way. Goes to spare, throwing it up. And
weird bounce. That was close.
Stefan. Yep, Stefan back to the point. Oh,
Stefan.
Stefan.
Oh,
Oh,
what a move.
what a move. He almost had him. If he got a clear wrap, that was in. Vanacek
Yeah,
would
100%. Vanacek lost his ankles in that whole transaction.
So the Devils will dump it down low. Still 14-6 in shots, but it started out 11-1. So yeah, New Jersey's out shooting them in this period. Oh, just missed the cross feed right there. Hamilton up here. Hughes in pursuit, and they're playing Hughes a lot more physical than the Rangers did. Rangers just let him dance. They're not letting him do that in Carolina.
Yep.
They're making him pay. And the way the Brendan Morris system is just far better in that aspect because they have guys that are willing to not be soft. And that was a big concern I had of the Rangers. They were soft at times.
I mean, ever since they lost Ryan Reeves, they just didn't have the physicality up front. There was
It was-
nobody. Ryan Reeves. That was the only physical player they had before this season. And then this season came and they had nobody at all. They had
Appreciate
nobody
you popping in, blind bat. Go ahead, though. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. They had nobody who can physically, impose their will on another team, and that was one of the things that they were lacking. So, obviously, I'm part of a bunch of different Ranger chats and everything, and one of the things that was brought up in conversation is what can or should the Rangers be doing for next season, and getting a big physical center that can play offensively and defensively onto the team is gonna be a big must. I agree with that whole comment because obviously the lack of physicality from the forwards is what really led to their downfall in the playoffs. They had the skill, they just had nobody that can really soften up that defense that the Devils had.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it kind of comes down to it, the Rangers just defensively as a unit, right? Not even just as one particular player, because they have pieces, right? They just suck. I mean, I hate to put it that way, very bluntly, but Game 7 showed how bad they are in their own end, and that was something I said, and some Ranger fans got upset with my preview. Like, I don't
No,
really.
we both agreed that we knew what their problem was, right? We know they're soft in the middle of the ice on the defensive side.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to cover the middle properly. They did it for the beginning of that series, and then they completely tailed off of it. But outside of that, and a lot of Ranger fans hate when I said this. Adam Fox again is defensively still trying to find what he wants to do. He's very fast, obviously agile.
Yeah,
but,
very explosive.
He just hasn't made a decision whether he wants to be a stick defender or if he wants to be a positional defender where he can position himself in front of you to get the puck.
I mean, he played pretty decent in that series. I wouldn't blame it all on Fox.
No, I wouldn't blame it all on him.
I actually think that's some of the better defense I've seen him play.
But they did pick on him.
But yeah, I mean, but it's easy to pick on him because he's like a 5'11", right? Which isn't super small, but it's not big either. And I mean, I think it's just he's got amazing offensive output. Hischier here on the half wall, 7:06 here in the second.
You're right. Edit it. Besides Truba, nobody looks out for anybody else. Miller's coming into his own in that regard because he's a big boy. he's also one of those guys that's still figuring out, like, still cleaning up his game, but has the body that can really make that effect happen. So,
Oh,
yeah, right now, it really is. It really just comes down to that.
so he sure might be going to the box here. Yep, that's not good. So Carolina gets on the power play with 6:55 in the second period. We're going to see how Devils do. Did this go off glass? I don't. I don't think it got off glass. No. So McLeod here on the draw against Aho. Battle of the 20.
McLeod.
Yeah, I hate whoever told me that. 'Cause, like, I'll tell you actually who has told me that actually after the stream. That's the funny part because I think they were trolling me at this point. McLeod. Jarvis here. Slot. Oh, and all right. McLeod will just hold it, carry it for a bit, get a shot on net on Anderson.
Good job. Keep throwing pucks at him. You never know. We've seen some crazy bounces.
Well, we've seen some insane bounces in this postseason.
Yeah.
We saw an amazing game last night. Good clear there. All the way back down in the Carolina end. 6:25 here in the second period. Burns has it. Looking to feed it up. Aho back to Burns, or they're gonna go with a dump and chase. And Marino with some help, and Bastian will just get it out. Burns almost kept that. Tatar here on the forecheck. I mean, minute and 8 seconds here on the power play. Necas over here. Dancing it, throws it over to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Necas. Necas got Aho backdoor. And a fantastic save by Vanacek. That rebound, though, was good defensive stick. Prevented another goal. Burns here at the point. Burns going to be throwing it over to Aho. Aho working the half wall back to Burns. Burns with a shot wide on the net. Bastian here on Necas. Necas back to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Burns. Burns going to throw it over to Aho.
I believe it's Necas.
Necas.
Oh, what a one-time.
Nice save there by Vanacek. Necas back to Burns. Burns over to Jarvis. And he throws it to Aho.
Oh, what a shank. He shanked that. He wants it back, though.
Yeah, he's... Oh, back, a little tic-tac-toe there. Aho to Jarvis.
Left side, Burn. One time. Good shot.
God. Big good saves. Vanacek coming in, showing it like I shouldn't have lost my job. It wasn't me.
Yeah. Good stick by him.
Is Anderson hurt again? No.
Oh, wow. It literally hit. See, that's what I don't understand about some goalies. You see how he put his head down? You have a cage, and yeah, these shots are hard. I get it. You're getting, this is what you're getting paid for. There's very few goalies that are willing to just like look the puck as it comes to their face.
Dominik Hasek.
Yeah. I mean, Lundqvist used to do it all the time. He used to do the soccer header, like just go into it, so that way he can direct where it was going a little bit. You know what I mean? But like very few goalies do that, man. And I feel like.
I think it's human reaction, though, to be fair, right? Like when you get something like flinging at your head.
I would agree, but come on, man. At this point, you've been doing it for so long. Like you should have worked. That's something you should work on because you don't want to lose track of where the puck is.
It's Siegenthaler throw a little soft flip here. Hughes in pursuit. Jesper Bratt, and we had a good kill there for the Devils.
Oh, what happened on the other side? Is that a penalty? I think they took Dougie down.
Yeah, that's a penalty. That should be a pen, right? Looks like he got hit in a high stick. So I don't know if that's going to be a pen. We'll see. Oh, yeah, it looks like it is going to be a pen. Martinuk, high sticking. So 4:26 here.
This gives the Devils an opportunity to get back in the game, like fully deep, with like a deep grasp on the momentum.
If a Devils score here, it's a completely new game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because now you're within striking distance.
You can say it's instinct, yeah. A lot of people have that instinct, but a lot of people find a way to get away from that instinct too. Like go, like find the other niche. I don't know.
Listen,
I've seen a few goalies, figure it out, and do the whole header thing or whatever. And I think it's worked better for them because when things get close and stuff, like they're able to track the puck a lot better.
So I'll be very honest with you as someone that's actually played goaltender when when our goalie got mono and I was the only one
I
willing to step
remember,
up.
yeah.
And it was actually funny, right? So because that year we won states and I managed to play 3 games in net. I went 1-1-1. I had a shutout in one game, but it was kind of funny. Our backup goalie failed, so he couldn't play on the team. And then our goalie got mono, dude. We had nobody in net, like nobody else to play. It was so funny. So I ended up playing a couple of games, and I actually had fun with that. I would throw myself around, went off my head a few times. But yeah, I mean, I think when it kind of comes down to it, I think some of it's instinct, right? I mean, maybe I'm weird. I kind of enjoyed. I like Dominic Hasher was my favorite goalie growing up, so I was just throwing myself at shit. It was great. I had fun with it. One game due to that, though, I got lit up by like 5 goals. But,
Jesus.
but then, like, dude, the first game we won. No, actually, I was 2-1. No, I'm 1-1-1. I was 2-1. First game we won. And then the second game, right? I'm
Good
feeling
face-off
myself.
win. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh, please, don't do that.
Please, dude. No Olmark specials here, please. Hughes here.
Yeah, they all collided going for the puck, which is really weird.
Oh, it drives me crazy, man. Like, goalie, just stay in the goddamn net, dude. So Hughes doesn't get it clean. I start to get a little chippy here.
High ball. Go Devils.
Second period's here. Hughes. Oh, that's off.
Did you put the a link for the show in the Discord by any chance or no?
What do you mean? Oh no, I did not.
You did not? Okay, I
did
was
not.
Curious.
I appreciate it. Hey, Maul, appreciate it. So go Devils. Devils have a good chance here to bounce back into this game. So they're going to take a face-off right outside the zone. Minute 28 here on the power play. Carolina Hurricane player lost his edge. I think it was Aho. Hughes comes in here with some patience. Palat back to Hughes. Bratt over here to Palat. Palat goes through. Doesn't get it through clean. Dougie Hamilton is unable to keep it in. Carolina will be going for a line change. Minute and 8 seconds here on the power play. 3 minutes and 31 seconds in the second period. Hamilton drops it off to Bratt. Bratt coming in, cutting around, drops it off to Hughes. And, like, this is what Carolina's really good at doing. They keep it in, really make it difficult for you to enter in clean. Yep. So, Bratt here.
And they also do a very good job keeping you to the outside.
Yeah.
There's 2 teams. Both of these teams are very good at doing that.
Terrible turnover by Bratt. Terrible turnover by Bratt. That was a really bad one. That could have been, if Drury wanted a chance there. Bastian here.
It looks like the refs missed a call. It looks like Hughes got a high stick to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, the reffing has been spectacular through this postseason.
We all know this.
Severson, and you know what? Carolina's done a fantastic job on the kill here. 10 seconds left. Pretty much have killed this off. Tatar dumps it in around. Mercer in pursuit. Bastian here. Mercer back to Bastian, and odd man rush.
You
almost hit him.
Almost got him coming out of the box.
Good stick there. Good defensive stick. Prevents that breakaway. Bastian will dump it in. And Carolina they'll go right back against the grain here. Graves from the point. Shoots it around. Marino back to the point. Good wrist shot. A little wide, though.
Good. What a chop. What a chop.
Nice save there by Vanacek on Stefan. So shots are currently 15-7, and that seems atrocious. But remind you, the starts of the period started out 11.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
That's a high stick.
Yeah, that definitely should have been a penalty right there. I remember when Stefan got his opportunity with the Rangers, his first game as a New York Ranger. He actually scored a hat trick. It was great. It was crazy.
So Mo said, I actually live in Carolina, but I hope the Devils win. And he says, I'll be okay either way. That's
Very
funny.
Nice.
Klopp says he's a Wings fan in Raleigh. Okay. All right. We got some We got some
Mixed crowd.
traitors.
We got a mixed crowd in here.
We got some traitors. No, I'm just
We got
joking.
some people that are undercover.
I respect it. You know, like being a Bruins fan in Montreal or like, you know, a Yankees fan in Boston, it's not a good life. Good save there. Vanacek rebound out. Hamilton behind the net. A minute 45 here in the second period. Jarvis back to the point. Oh, Aho just whiffed on that good feed on that one-timer. Aho's going to get one, though, if he keeps getting these opportunities, man. He's too talented not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
McLeod here. Going to use his speed, gets in on Chatfield. Chatfield goes to spare fighting for the puck. Wood here. Good forecheck here. Back to the point. Hamilton. Get a shot on net. Rebound. Oh, good opportunity there. That's what these Devils got to start doing. Get some, you know, doesn't have to be a rocket from the point. Just get some, you know, rebound shots. Get the goalie moving. Anderson has not been as tested. He sure drives to the net. Great drive there. I like seeing that, man.
Yep. Good
Keep
try.
it in. They kept it in. Mercer down here to Hischier. Hischier. Back to the point.
Good pressure.
Shot the
Good
ball.
pressure.
Wood using his strength here. Mercer. Good effort here on Jarvis and Mercer. Mercer keeping it. Goes to spare. Trying to get it out.
This has been one of their more effective lines for the Devils here.
Absolutely.
Every time you see them, they're putting pressure and getting the puck deep. Just a lot of pressure. So like the third and fourth line for the Devils are doing a lot of work. It's very good for them.
Tatar
I'll
coming
be back
in
shortly.
here.
I'll be back shortly.
Coming in, curling. Holla. And the Carolina Hurricanes.
Hello.
Coming in.
Yep, coming. All right, thank you.
Kokanyemi here by himself. Oh, bad turnover there. He'll throw it. Oh, 3 seconds, point shot, and nothing happens with that. So, we're going to go into the third period, 3-1. Definitely a far better period for the Devils than that one. I was really impressed in that regard. A lot clearer. So, the shots are 16-8, 3-1. Hurricanes in favor. Hits even at 25. And, yeah, I mean, you got to like what you're seeing here. And, no, let's not get copyright striked. I am not looking to get copyright strike, please. So, all said, all my family is up north from like New Jersey and Boston, so that's why. Hey, you know what? I've had good friends of mine that have become fans of random teams that, like, you know, people move. Good friends of mine are still Bruins fan, and they live down in Carolina, or they'll live down in across the country in California. So I don't look down on it. You know, it's good to it's kind of interesting to see fans in different markets. I think that's kind of cool, actually. Plus, you can go see your home team at an away game. It's actually kind of it's like a win-win. So we'll go back to news here. So what you order? What you get?
Well, I got the quesadillas and a burrito.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You got your good taste. Good taste. We allow that on this channel. Quesadillas are allowed. We do not allow poor. I would kick him off the channel if he had poor taste. Like we season our food on this channel.
Yes, we do.
Quick little anecdote, man. Like, yo, my favorite. I love spicy food, bro. Like Cajun food. Oh, so good. So good. Yamahog. Hey, Yamahog, it's good to see you back. Jack Hughes is a really good player, but he's gonna get the crybaby label if he keeps whining and wrestling. Yeah, I would agree. But to be fair, he did get high sticked in the mouth, right? Yeah. You know, if he got like barely glanced and he cried, I would totally get where you're coming from. But I mean, he did get high sticked. But yeah, I mean, certain players have a little bit more pain tolerance. Let's put it that way. Also, yeah, I like the Kings too. I just watched one of their games one day because it was on, and they are pretty much fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of a few teams throughout the league. My favorite team is obviously the Bruins. I grew up in the area, been a fan of them since I was like 2 years old. But
what about them Kraken?
Kraken are killing it, man.
Love
the crackheads are going at it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. They're doing that. Fan base is I knew Seattle would work though with hockey. I wasn't as big on Vegas initially because I didn't know how much of a market that would support it. But Kraken have been absolutely tremendous. Um,
Yeah, I had the
I
same
mean,
question. I had the same questions when it came to Vegas. I wasn't sure
mm,
how any sport would really thrive because obviously we all know Vegas is
it's a gambling city, bro. Let's,
it's a
let's just call it
it's
what
a
it
gambling city, and you know whatever happens there stays there. Obviously, not true anymore.
is. I mean, yeah, we're not going to get demonetized here, but I think, but I think, yeah, I've been really surprised how well Vegas has done, which I'm glad though. People like, I wish I call them Phoenix because that's a better name in my opinion, but I wish the Arizona Coyotes, I wish they were better off. Like I want these markets to win because you know what happens when you go into these unusual hockey markets that like usually like they don't support hockey generally because
Mhm.
it's not super cold there. It grows the game. You get more young kids. Like Austin Matthews is from Arizona, right? And now he's one of the more premier goal scorers in the league. Like you get more youth into the sport. So I'm all for growing the game. It's just got to be calculated. Um, like for the Florida Panthers and their absolutely terrific run, I just wish their arena was a little bit closer to downtown.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it would
Facts.
sell out because I've been to a Panthers game. Now it's convenient for parking. I'll fully admit that. But is it, is it, it's just outside in Sunrise. And Sunrise, that little community has like 70 or 69 or 67,000 people in that little county, which is a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, but
They just need to take some notes off of Tampa. Tampa's like right in Tampa, like
exactly.
it's in the
That's why Tampa's
middle.
so successful. That's why it's
Oh,
such because people think it doesn't it doesn't work in Florida because there's Florida won't support it. No, it's just you need to have it in prime locations, and that's all.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the Rangers, right? They're in Manhattan, and let's not talk about the moving. We're not talking about that, so don't do it. But they're in Manhattan, like Penn Station. You can come from Jersey, you can come from anywhere and land right at the Garden.
I mean, even like Buffalo, right up north, they always sell out.
Mm-hmm.
They always do well. The New York Islanders, now they struggled right at first when they went to Brooklyn, which was dumb in my opinion, and instead of just staying at the Coliseum until another rink was built. But then they went to the UBS Arena, and that place is rocking. Um,
100%.
you just got to support it, and that's the problem that it has with Arizona now. It's been an amazing college atmosphere for this year, right? For the Coyotes, um, some of the good talking points, like Clayton Keller, Velmelka, and stuff like that. Like you have some good stories over there, but when you're playing in a freaking college arena with 5,000 fans, that is a failure. Let's you know what I mean? Let's
Mm-hmm.
sugarcoat it. I know people are like, oh, it's intimate, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, this would be cool if this was a minor league team. This ain't cool for an NHL team, you know.
Exactly.
And like let's get over the embarrassment now. I think there is plans now finally to have some type of rink, but I just think if they're not willing to have a rink downtown Phoenix, they're always going to struggle with attendance. I'm not sure if they would ever move the Florida Panthers more to the downtown sector. I actually think it would greatly benefit them, but hey, that's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. I feel like with a smaller end sport, you got to be in people's faces, right? Like you got to be right there. Like, oh, well, let's check this game out, and that's how you turn. The I don't know if you'll agree with me. It says hockey tickets aren't just diehard fans. Most
No.
of the tickets are casuals,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just
I
people
mean,
go watch a game.
the crazy part is right. A lot of the expensive tickets are casual.
Yeah,
Because companies have they buy the box seats or whatever for their clients, stuff like that. And whenever they
that's
go to
actually a
these
good
games,
point. That's a really good point.
and then when they go to the games, right, about 70%, you don't even watch the game unless like you're an actual fan.
Yeah,
You're not really watching the game. You're there talking business, whatever. It's cool, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. It's just another night out.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
And I know because I used to do it. That was my job, right? I used to be at the Barclays all the time, whether it was for Nets games, Islander games. My company had a box seat, and we used to go there for everything. If they had concerts, all this stuff,
right.
and whenever we took clients there, some of them didn't even really care for the game. They were just there, like, hey, yeah, just to hang out, kind of thing, just to get away from work and call it work.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean,
there's a lot of casual going on there that people don't realize, and I mean, you need that because that exposes people that don't normally watch hockey to
yeah.
hockey, and maybe they become real big fans. But financially, that's always going to sell tickets. Something casual like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that's a really good point too, right? The whole, when you're down in a more prime location, you sell more box office and like press box or
Mm-hmm.
not press box, but like club seating, right? Because I've done the whole club seating too, right? My father's company used to have tickets to Red Sox and Bruins games, right? In
Mm-hmm.
the prime boxes, and I went to those, and it was a cool experience. And actually, funny enough, though, I enjoyed the first row balcony seat, like right in the first row. That's perfect in the garden
Mm-hmm.
compared to the press box. And mainly because there was just so much going on in those little sections
Mm-hmm.
that weren't really involved with the game. I just really didn't appreciate it at a younger age. Now, probably now that I'm older, I'd be like, oh, cool, like free drinks and all this. Yeah, let's go. But at the time, it was actually kind of funny. Like my dad kind of laughed. He's like, "Oh, you want to go back to the balcony?" Like, yeah, it's like a better viewpoint. You can see the game clear, and it was funny. But yeah, I mean, I've been to those boxes as well. Not really as much as an adult. I went to a Patriots game actually in one of those boxes
Mm-hmm.
when I was working for an oil company, and they really just yeah, it's not really about the game to these people, and that's why being more downtown, being more in the area really does help because you turn casuals into bigger fans and then people that don't even know your sport into casuals and then hopefully down the road they become more into the game. But I mean, I don't know. It's just I think with some of these stadiums, right, when it comes to the Arizona Coyotes, when it comes to the Florida Panthers, if you are not in a good destination, it will affect your ticket sales. And
Yeah.
because you know what, Vegas, they built the arena right there. I
Yep.
think that's why it's been so successful.
Yep.
Right,
Yep. So I
right
mean,
downtown.
I mean, basically, you want to increase the probability of people just casually going to go see a game.
Mm,
Whereas if you're outside of the city, nobody's gonna want to go unless they're real fans. And
no,
in most of these markets, right, hockey is not as big as maybe basketball. It's not as big
no,
as some of these other sports that get a lot more glamour to it, right? It's just getting into that limelight now, where
yeah,
it's starting to pick up more traction. It's becoming a bigger thing, even though the game is worldwide. It doesn't have that setting in America yet, right? So as it's continuing to grow, you have to keep in mind that in order to spread the game, you kind of have to make it accessible to the people that don't follow the game, because then they may follow.
right. So, I mean, I think when it kind of comes down to it, right, in my opinion, um, I think hockey can work pretty much anywhere now at this point in its stage of life, right?
Hmm.
I think it's a little bit more accepted, right, by most people as a good venue to watch, a good sport to watch. But I'll be very honest with you, hockey will always be limited until they how would I put this? Until they lessen the equipment prices, and until like you got to make hockey more affordable if they really want to.
Oh, the draft lottery overall picks Monday night.
Hopefully, there's no games going on.
There will be.
There will be. I wanted to do a stream for that. Uh, College hockey has become. I've noticed it's become a really popular this year. Yeah, I mean, people are very interested in the draft, and it's a really good sport. I mean, I go to a lot of Hockey East games because I'm in the area. Like I've seen Providence College, I've seen Boston College, Boston University. I've seen UMass Lowell. There's a lot of good local college hockey. Now, UMass Lowell is about an hour the other way from me, but you can see some good games and future NHL players. And yeah, it's a really entertaining sport to watch. And
I'll tell you this, right? For a
mm,
lot of people that don't know hockey or just into like the major teams, the NHL teams, and so on, um, take a moment during a college semester. Go to a college town that literally has nothing else around it, right?
Yeah.
Hockey is huge,
Yeah.
huge, right? Especially when you start breaking it down into like all the divisions, right? Obviously, you have your Division 1 schools like Boston College, all that stuff, whatnot. But the Division 3 schools, Division 2 schools, like they're more in remote areas, but their towns are 100% on the team. Like they
Yeah.
support the team. Like everything is close. Like if you ever seen what is it, Friday Night Lights or whatnot?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
The movie, right? So it's just like that. Like you go anywhere in the town, everything is closed, and literally you'll see signs. Oh, at the game, at the game, at the game. And at first you're like, what game are they talking about? Right, and then you realize like, oh man, it's a collegiate game. Like they're at the college hockey team game, and it's funny because a lot of times they'll go to a hockey game more than a basketball game. I've noticed that as well when it comes to like some of these smaller colleges. It's crazy.
Look at that! Look at that thing where the beer gets poured in from the bottom.
Yeah, how did that work? I didn't understand that. Yeah, it did not
I
make sense to me.
I don't know how that works. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've seen that before. That's not the first time I've seen it, but I've never. I'd
Is there
actually.
like a portal on the bottom?
I think so. I think there's like a
It has
port
to
on-
be, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has
yeah.
to be like a
They
okay.
probably have like a port with like kind of like a check valve thing where it can't flow the other way.
Yeah, it has to be because there's no way. There was no way that was. Yeah, it just wouldn't work that way.
All right, so is that like a better way to pour it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
You know why, right?
You get no head, right?
Yeah, you get no suds, all that stuff. Like the suds are very limited because it's coming from the bottom up. Whereas on the top, when it crashes in, it creates the suds and all that stuff or whatever, and then you have to like get the foam out.
That's a real. You know what's funny? I love about humanity, right? Was that really even needed to be invented? No,
Of course not.
but we just did it anyways because we could. Like it's just kind of goofy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like Molly. There's a lot of good hockey, just locally and stuff of that nature. And plus, I would say too, you know what's given me optimism about the future, about the NHL and the growth of hockey overall is you're starting to see minor league hockey teams start selling out frequently. Oh,
Sorry,
it's all good.
I'm
I
trying to
like to
get
hear
the
myself. It's good.
yeah, I'm trying to share the stream with somebody.
All good. The one thing that kind of gives me the hope for the future is how good minor league hockey's doing. I mean, even in the Atlanta Gladiators,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing well, you know? And that's something you got to really like, you know what I mean? You got to really like that. And if it keeps going and keeps growing the game, I mean, maybe eventually we do see, you know, Atlanta have a hockey team again. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Um, so let's see reaction. Okay. I posted in the announcements in the Discord.
Gotcha.
So, guys, if you are watching, guys and gals, if you are watching, check down below. I have a link to my Discord, or our Discord, I should say. We want to try to get that community rocking. We have quite a bit of people already, I think. So,
Yeah.
you know, we have a good amount of people. We have over 20. We want to keep growing this and, you know, enjoy and have foster a very good community. I like, you know, been making videos a lot and trying to bring the best possible content we can to the channel. Also, I'm going to be doing some stuff for the Patreon as well tonight. I actually was going to do something where I recorded something that I couldn't do on YouTube for Patreon during the live stream, but it was just it kind of the StreamYard thing got bogged down a bit. So it would have made it a little bit too laggy of a stream. But yeah, I mean, the support on the channel has been fantastic. I've been, you know, it's been good to see a growth. We're up to 3,250 something. And we're going at a pretty good rate.
Mm-hmm.
Molly had this to say. People in South Carolina love minor league hockey. Stingrays. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, the Stingrays. are super popular here, which is pretty awesome to see, especially because we live in the South. Yeah, and I think minor league hockey and its growth definitely gives me optimism that this sport will keep growing. Because if traditional warmer climate markets are going to supporting the game, it's gonna thrive. Hockey will thrive. You know what I mean? Will it ever be as big as football or basketball or soccer? Probably not, just because of the expense of the sport. But the more people we get into it, the better. So, I mean, look at the PNC Arena. Look at that. That's so nice.
Oh, LaPerry. Well, Lapari. My bad, Lapari. Lapari's
So,
on here.
this is Lapari, a good friend of ours that is we played some NHL in. So if you guys play NHL 23, also join the Discord. We're trying to grow that as well. Lapari is a New Jersey Devils fan, and he is currently Fajardo's daddy.
Damn. Like
Yeah,
that.
damn, son. But face-off win here by the Devils in 1955. Are we still around the same time there, Alex? I didn't.
I'm at 1950.
Me too. Okay, cool,
Oh.
cool. I'm just making sure. I don't want to. Sometimes these streams can be a little bit wonky, but I appreciate you popping in, Lapari. Make sure to drop a like and join the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
We are enjoying golfing. I am, my handicap's a minus 100.
Damn.
So, but
He's doing us dirty on his first comment. Like,
yeah.
wow. Okay. Okay.
Listen, it's okay.
I respect it. I respect it.
I respect it.
My golf game is perfect, bro.
So let me put this back up here on the screen, because NHL.com likes to put copyrighted video to get my stuff demonetized. So Carolina will be trying to break it out here. Oh, that's offside, right? Yeah, I was gonna say that was like way offside. That wasn't even anywhere close.
That was a big one. Yeah.
That's like, yo. So Carolina leads 3-1. Devils had a better second period, I would have to say. I don't know if you
they found their legs. They found some life.
The Devils had one shot in the first period. It was all, you couldn't get much worse than that.
Right. I mean, they found something to hold on to. That Bastion goal was a big part of, giving them life. After that, it seems that they've turned it on. And, now they have the same mentality we thought they should go into the game, is just shooting from anywhere, shooting at any time. So now it looks like they're starting to get more shots on net, creating more chances for themselves. They got to be careful.
Oh, that
not overextending their defense.
Here. Yeah, Paul here. He's a big, strong boy. Big save there by Vanacek. Lapari, I would say, that was a close series against the Rangers, except that Game 7 where I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, the Rangers just didn't show up, and the Devils did a good job at just playing their game and staying to the to what they wanted to do. So,
I'll be clear with the Bruins. I called after Game 5 that the Panthers were going to win in 7 because the Panthers were the better team. It was heartbreaking. We had dealt with some injuries, but Bruins just couldn't nut up. And that was just unfortunate. Wood will dump here. Couldn't get it there. Bastian's trying to get another goal here. The only goal scorer for the New Jersey Devils. Gaining the line. Bastian here on the forecheck. Come on. That's interference, dude. That's interference. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was purposely skated. Puljujarvi getting rolled off here by Graves. Wood. Got a couple Devils player here. Marino is going to be skating towards it. Did you think that was interference there?
I definitely think it was interference, but I mean, it's non-intentional, right? "Quote unquote," because we know it's intentional, right? But I guess the referees don't see it as they've really, because I guess what they call intentional is when you go to hit somebody on purpose, not just get in the way on purpose. So the hit aspect is, I think, is where it differentiates.
Molly says missed VTech a bit. Not gonna lie. I think Vanacek's looked really good in relief. Really, really good. You got to be happy what you're seeing here as a Devils fan. I don't blame any of those goals though on Schmid. I just don't. That's like a backdoor play. Jarvis come right in, and then a screen where he physically couldn't see the puck. So I'm actually curious if Vanacek doesn't let in a single goal, right? And he keeps looking strong. Will Vanacek get a chance next game, or do they go right back to Schmid? That's actually,
I mean, personally, I would go back with Schmid.
yeah. I mean, it's just let's say the Devils come back and win. Like, it'd be kind of like the Jack Campbell situation.
Mm-hmm.
While I think Vanacek's been far better than Campbell this year. It'd be like the Campbell situation. I think you'd play the game and then you go back to the guy that got you there.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should say, get back to the guy that brings you a little bit more steady presence in net.
Yeah, 100%. Because Vanacek had his moment, he had his starts, and he got lit up.
So he sure gets thrown off the dot. Kokanyemi here on Tatar. And face-off win by Tatar. He'll throw it down low to Hischier. He's looked really good. He's had some good opportunities with this line. And Carolina will throw it out in the neutral zone. Mercer, back. Off someone's stick. Siegenthaler can't get it clean. And ball up here. The puck's kind of bouncing a bit today, I've noticed, right? A little choppy ice service.
Yeah.
Severson here.
But also, the Devils need to go back to what worked in the second period, which was doing exactly what Carolina's doing to them now, which is pressuring them at all times in the defensive zone, neutral zone, offensive zone. It didn't matter, right? And when they played that style, that's when they got the goal. They created that opportunity based off of the pressure they were applying. And right now it seems like they're falling off a little bit, but all they got to do is keep digging deep.
So here we go. 10 going to be dumping it in. 70, I should say. Sergej coming in. Bratt on the forecheck. Dougie Hamilton getting tied up here. Oh, Carolina might have an odd man rush here. Oh, good back check.
Good recovery.
Oh,
what a
Vanacek lost his stick. Oh, you got to get that out. Yep. Oh, you got to get that out, man.
Yeah.
But Slavin from the point. Nice shot there. Nice save there by. Oh, off the ref. Good breakout there by the ref to McLeod. Marino. We saw a massive hit on by a ref the other night. It was actually kind of crazy. McLeod here.
Yeah, I don't like when these goalies do this. I don't understand.
It drives me fucking insane.
You have two defensemen there.
Yeah, let them play it. Like you're not like a playmaker. Oh, look at that drive to the net. Oh, you gotta like that. You gotta take that aggressiveness. Good aggressiveness by Graves.
Oh no.
You're a little bit ahead of me, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That's why I was like,
It's all good.
Oh,
it's okay.
Man. Oh,
it's
man.
Really close. Well, we'll just line it up again. No worries. That was a good drive there.
Good poke check by Vanacek. Good time.
I love this drive here by Graves. Just get in front. Gotta test Anderson. So,
all right. See. I'll let you know when my face-off drops.
Okay. So, the guys are lining up here. All right. Yeah, you're a couple seconds ahead of me. So, I'll just tell you it's I'm at 15. Oh, 15, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, or 19. Let's just stop.
Yeah, yep. I'm with you on that one.
So, okay. Well, gotta like what you're seeing here. The little fight from the Devils. They need to get one here soon. Kind of got to, sustain that momentum. Molly has said this. I think they will go back to Schmid. Pretty sure that's what they did when they pulled Schmid in Game 6. Yeah. I think they pulled Schmid earlier, like just to kind of. I think Fajardo's right on that to save him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want him to have a negative mentality going into the next game. You know what I mean?
Big win there by Stahl. He's such a good centerman, man.
Like he really is, man. He deserves that C on his chest.
Absolutely.
He's an absolute monster. May not be the flashiest guy, may not be the highest scoring guy, but he is what a center should be.
Oh, Stahl shaking up here. Hughes here on Palat. Palat. Oh, we got some speed here. Vanacek. He'll
Wow, with the backhand, getting fancy, Vanacek.
throw it. Just imagine. Oh, Stahl's pissed.
Oh yeah.
He felt that was a pen. Hughes coming in, shot, and that was a good glove save by Anderson.
You can see that Anderson has his mojo right now because he's really high in the crease. When he's not on his game, he falls in a little deep.
Yeah. So
He was out there. Yeah, he was out there contesting. Look, he was right at the top of the crease.
That's when you know he's feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. When goalies, it does surprise me, man. Goalies, when they're not feeling confident, they'll really shrink deep into the net. And it's kind of funny because it's like the worst thing they could do.
Yeah.
Like you're giving the shooter far more area to shoot at open net. Hamilton right past him. That was onside. Okay. So Siegenthaler here. Up the boards. Jesper Bratt here with the tar. Push from behind. Oh, looks like they're just letting the boys play, though, huh?
Yeah.
Anderson's just stay in the net, bud. Tatar on the forecheck, and Siegenthaler will be getting this puck. Line change here for Carolina. Aho on the forecheck, bothering Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler over to Hamilton. Hamilton up. Oh, hits the streaking Bastion using his strength. Ooh, good drive. Good net drive. This line has actually been pretty effective. McLeod, Wood, and Bastion. They're using their size and strength to their advantage. Ooh, that was a little shaky there by Marino. Stick a little bouncing around. Vanacek, would you stop and just stay in the net? Wood. Driving me crazy. Some goalies might hate me saying that, but man, I've just so many mistakes happen there. Marino coming in. Shooting on net. Blocker. Not a bad idea. Hischier. Or no, sorry, Graves. I thought that was 13, not 33. My apologies. Hughes back. Marino, end around. Oh, right to Hughes. Hughes cutting. Oh, he whiffs. Curling. Shooting from the point.
See, that's where he needs to grow as a player, right? Right there, he had a better, more secure play, and he tried to do it all himself. He needed to pass that off to the side, get that better shot, and maybe go for the rebound.
I agree. I think he's trying to do too much there. Like, just far too much. Just let the game come to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, this has been a good game. Appreciate everyone that's dropping likes on the stream and comments. It's really helping us out. If you enjoy the stream, make sure to check out our other videos that are on the channel. We're going to be bringing you videos daily. And I'm going to be sprinkling some other oddball NHL stuff, whether it be maybe a review of a hit, a review of a certain goal. Just think it's going to be a lot of fun on the channel. Now, the Trouba hit on Meyer, since we're on commercial break, right? I made a video on that this morning.
Loved it.
Fajardo. Oh, did you watch it?
No.
Oh, you watched the video?
Mm-hmm.
So, you agree with me on that? It was a clean hit?
100% a clean hit.
Yeah.
Anybody that thinks differently, like, go back and watch real hockey, right? And you'll see that that's a clean hit. He didn't go high. He didn't put his elbows up. He just laid into him. That's all he did. He didn't do anything crazy. He literally laid into him. Even I watched ESPN. I watched a few other places that like really focus on that hit, and everybody agrees it's an old-fashioned, real good hit. That's all it was. It just so like Trouba has a stick that obviously he used to be one of those guys that just went for the big hits and all this stuff, whatever. But over the past couple of seasons, he's actually cleaned up his hitting and really has just nailed people on their own mistakes. Not doing anything extra, nothing else. Like when he hit Kadri, huge hit, right? Kadri literally skated right into it. It wasn't like Trouba went out and got it. This one, Meyer stretched out, trying to get the puck, and skated right into the hit.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I made the video, because I saw some people trying to say that they should get those hits out of the game, and I'm like,
No, that's
he's
the whole game.
He's the one who did it. Carolina wins but good play there by Hamilton. He's gonna go in pursuit here. Hamilton over to Bratt. Bratt cycling down here low, curling, stopping, shooting on net.
Thank you, Lapari.
Oh, off the bar. Off the bar by Hamilton. That is why you throw the puck on net, folks. Hamilton almost had one there. Oh, Hamilton over to Vanacek. Hischier here. Throwing to Bratt with a little bit of speed. Shooting it on blocker save. Hischier coming in here. And Tatar in pursuit. And this is going to be icing. So that was off the bar, I believe, there on Hamilton. That was a good shot. Hamilton's a really good offensive defenseman. That was good.
Let me know when you get to 11:45 because I changed the channel to just check up on the Boston game because you know the Celtics are playing. So,
no. Wait, how? So, oh wait, you changed it. That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm ahead again.
Okay, it's all good. So I'm at 12-12 here. I'll let you. So you're at 45. So I'm Marino here from the point. Back down around. Hughes. I swear to God, I'm just tempted to just like cave and get cable again. I might next year. I don't know. We'll see. Jack Hughes passing in here. Nice little pass. Oh, 47, 45, 46, 45, 44. My fault. I got lost in the play. Are we good?
40, 39.
Yeah,
38.
we're good.
Okay.
We're good. That's as close as we need to get. It's never going to be super perfect. Once we start maybe doing some of these streams in person. That's kind of the goal down the road.
Yes, sir.
Marino here. So McLeod. Oh, McLeod's going to be going up on some ice with speed. Oh, lost it.
Good poke check.
Good poke check there. Bastian shoots on that. Good blocker save. McLeod.
Oh,
good puck pursuit.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, look, McLeod's after. He's
pressure.
Hungry. Letting him walk in.
Oh.
Hamilton throws it in front. Nothing wrong with that.
Get to the point there.
Wood here.
Or get it down low now.
Wood curling over, throwing it down. Ooh, nice try there on the tip. That's going to be another icing. Siegenthaler will get it. 10:45 here in the third period.
The Devils need to score.
Nice surge here.
They have a surge, but they need to score. They just need to get it in the net. If they score before it reaches a 5-minute marker, then they have a chance. I feel like if because Carolina is such a good defensive team, like if you score within the last 5 minutes, you're probably not going to see another goal.
Yeah, Jesper Bratt here, good defensive play there. Look at that. Oh, he's using a little bit of his speed. That's what you want to see. You got to cut with these big trees. You got to go with some speed. So maybe somebody try the Omaha play. That's my favorite. Oh, second jump.
Oh, good movement.
Right. Try to feed it over to Hamilton. Good play here by
job.
Severson down to Hischier. Oh, fantastic play there by Hischier, man. He almost had that. That was a beautiful feed by him. He's curling here.
Good job, Nico.
Watching him in the postseason, you can really appreciate his game more.
Yeah.
Like, it might not always show up on the stat sheet, but he's a solid freaking player. I'd love to have him as his number one center. Oh, Hamilton. Alone in front, guys. Ooh. Oh, one-timer.
That was it.
Brady Shea. That was a terrible defensive lapse. Both defensemen behind the net.
Yeah, they both crashed on the same player. It opened up the entire front of the net. Just bad play.
Bad play.
Brady Shea. I've always liked Brady Shea. He's always been a good character guy. I'm glad he found his way here with Carolina.
And that's how you figured that you'd say his name, though, right? Like Brady Shea.
Shea. Come on. Yeah. How do you say the guy with the freaking X at the beginning of his name? I don't even know how to say that. All right, so let's not even get into names.
It's Hayek, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah,
my Lord.
I had to learn that the hard way because Montreal fans were upset at me. No, I'll say this just from a content side. Like when I mispronounce something, it's not it's not a purpose to offend people. It's just like I don't know. And like even when I look up some of the translations in the like I'll even Google some names. It's like nope, not right. Oh, nice try to feed over there. Marino from the point.
At this point, the Devils need to sell the kitchen sink, bro. Then he just needs to throw everything
Pollock,
there.
just yep. Oh, Marino. I mean, yeah. I mean, they just got to get some good shots on net. If I'm them, every single thing I'm throwing to the net because Anderson's looked good. Don't get me wrong, but he's lit up some rebounds here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get some shots, get some rubber. I think lower shots would be do. Oh, good cut here. Graves thinking he's Bobby Orr. He gets really good. Good play. Oh, that could end badly for Hughes there. Kokaniemi here. Backdoor play. Good defensive play by McLeod. I've noticed him a lot in this game by like McLeod. His hustle. I know the team's losing, but
That third and fourth line have been crucial for the Devils to even be in this game, to be honest.
Yeah, they've been really good. Bastian here on the forecheck, and he will not get it. Martinuk will do a soft lob over here. Kokaniemi on Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler around to Hamilton. Hamilton will gather it here. 8:20 here in the third period. Terrible breakout play. Uh-oh. That was a great play there by Stefan. Grabbing the puck and then trying to bury that. Goes to spare at the point, keeps it in. Stefan just right past him. Devils kind of struggling here to get a clean outlet here. Stastny here, the OT winner, to get them to this round with an absolute behind the goal line snipe calculated.
Molly, we both agree with you on this point. Hughes definitely looks like he's trying to do too much.
Yeah,
we definitely feel like he needs to let the game come to him. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Maybe the inexperience. You know what I mean? He is very young. This is only his second series. The last series was his first, so a lot of growing to do.
I think it's playing into it, though. I think it's playing into it. And I said, like, early in the game, it might take the Devils a game or two to adjust to this style of play. This is completely different from the Rangers. Mercer down below. And it will take a little bit of time. He'll curling shot. Big save by Anderson. Yep, you got to test it. Got to get rubber on him. Whether if you win or lose this game. Oh, here. Ooh, good block. He took that.
We know that hurt. There's no padding there.
Nope.
No padding behind the knee. Oh, man. I hope he got at least in the thigh, so that way it softens the ball just a little bit.
So Vanacek doing his best Oldmark impression there to Hischier. Hischier up. I'm never going to let that go forever.
I know you're not.
Bratt here on Shea. Shea gets it up. Shea up here. Devils, Devils have looked good in stretches. Shots are now 21-18. And mind you, it was 11-1 in the first in favor of the Hurricanes. Like the Devils have turned around their game. A couple defensive lapses have hurt them. Hughes right in front. That was a good try. Hischier, Bratt here on the forecheck. On Stahl. Bratt wins the puck battle. Very unusual. And
that line needs to show up. That line has not been here for the whole game. They've had little spurts here or there, but they need to play like that every single shift, and they haven't. I think that's hurting them a lot.
I would say Hischier has looked really good throughout the game, but you got to get a little more from his line mates. Hall here with Palat. And yep, Carolina with another clean in. So Slavin will go all the way around. Siegenthaler. Oh, to the slot. That
wasn't a penalty? That was an interference?
I guess not. I was surprised not.
Let me go tackle somebody.
And bad pass by McLeod. Bad pass. Martin.
Well, at this point, I think those third and fourth liners know that they've been playing well. They're getting more ice time. I think they're going to start trying a little too hard, right? Because this is like extra crunch time. Look at Connor McDavid. He's ready for the second round.
He's ready, man. He's ready. Hopefully his goalie's ready. That's the only caveat I have with the Oilers. I'm not sure of their goaltender. I'm just not. Something I actually do worry about. Molly says the Canes are much faster than the Sleepy Rags. Yeah, I would agree. I think the Rangers didn't look. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like Panarin was a ghost in that series. $11 million for that. It would drive me crazy. I mean, as a Ranger fan, do you hate Panarin?
No.
Do you think he's a regular season mercenary? Because that's pretty much what he is.
So the discussion happens like this, right? He's the guy who's going to get you to the playoffs. But then you need other guys that are going to help him be that in the playoffs, right? Because it's two different monsters. In the playoffs, he's not going to carry your line. Like if he was on the line with Kreider and Zibanejad, yeah, he was able to shine last year somewhat, and not even fully, right? So they put him on a different line. They put him with Trocheck or whatnot, and that doesn't seem to be working, right? Obviously, he had much better chemistry with Ryan Strome, but he played with Ryan Strome for like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So that chemistry was going to come. In this scenario, he has Trocheck for 1 season, and again, everybody's like, "Oh my God, it didn't work." Blah blah. Like, guy, it isn't the same team that it was the year before. Like three out of the 4 pieces that were there are no longer there. Ryan Strome is gone, right? Andrew Kopp is gone. Mott was gone. He came back, and then defensively, you had who was it? Braun or something like that. I think it was because Bruin or Braun, I think his name was something along those lines. And I'm not saying he's a world beater or anything like that, but he was stable. He was a more of stay-at-home defenseman, which in terms allowed someone like Schneider to push out a little bit more offensively. In this scenario, you have Mikola, who isn't a stay-at-home defenseman. He's more of a puck-moving defenseman with a big frame and all that. So he gets into the game, right? And if Schneider's looking, you end up with breakaways 2-on-1 on your third line or fourth line whenever they're covering. So it really is a different team. And I'm not taking anything away from Jersey. Jersey played the scenario perfectly, right? But for people to think that the Rangers are gonna go based off of what they did last year, that was gonna be impossible. The kid line wasn't even present, honestly. So it's going to be very interesting on this offseason, how it goes. But I think you and I have spoken a lot about what the Rangers are doing and what they should do. That kid line, they only have one piece missing for a re-sign, which is Lafreniere. Yep. And I think that after these playoffs, I don't think they're going to let him go. But I don't think they're gonna offer him some money, but I don't think it's gonna be what people probably expected from a number 1 draft pick.
No, it's probably gonna be a couple mil at most.
Like maybe one and a half, 2 mil max, because now he has to, and it'll probably be a 2-year contract so he can prove something, right? Kako signed until next season, the end of next season.
Good shot by Hamilton.
Obviously, Hedl was a big signing. I think they signed him for 5 years or something like that. So they have a decent center, but now it's like, okay, you're a center on this team. You need to step up a little bit more. You got to do more. You did a lot during the season, okay, but now the playoffs is a little bit of a different beast. So now he needs to step his game up and really learn how to take that next step. But we could have this conversation at a different time. Let's continue watching the game here as New Jersey begins to apply the pressure and they go with an empty net.
Good to see you back, William Baker. Congratulations for the Bruins winning the 2024 Cup. I love the optimism. I love it. I actually don't think they'll make the postseason next season. But that's just me.
Depending on what moves they make.
I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm actually commercial break right now, so you're ahead of me. Okay. My stream actually froze there for a second. I had to. I have a storm in my area, so gotta love that. But I think, I hope the Bruins do good next season, but I just don't see it. And we'll do. Oh Jesus! Yeah, my president won the president's trophy, but it was the President Biden's trophy, so it was useless. Oh my
Oh
god. Oh,
wow.
Calvin, I don't feel like getting political on this channel.
I appreciate you for the comedy.
This is comedy. I mean, he's not wrong, but yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. I think we actually, well, fuck it. I think after the games, you want to do a quick segment. We can do a couple segments. I could chop it up afterwards in post.
Sure.
But for me, I don't know. I think the Bruins would be better off trading Linus Olmark. That might be a hot topic, a hot statement, but I think if they could get assets back because they have no first round draft picks in the next two drafts, they'd be better off. My opinion.
Who did they give it up for? I can't remember.
Oh, was it Linus Lindholm, and then another player. They gave up they don't have any first round picks in the next two drafts. They don't have a second round pick either this draft. I would like them to move pieces like Taylor Hall, Linus Omar, get some draft capital back because, let's just say it. Bergeron's most likely done. Krejci should be done. There's no point of I think Bergeron at this point in his career would be better off if he was like a second line center. You know what I'm saying? Manage his minutes, lesser of a role, and you actually had it's just you don't have a center that's better than him on your team. He'll probably win as Selke, but I think just for him, for load management purposes, I wish they had a guy that could play first line minutes for him. So they pulled Vanacek, huh?
Yep. At
54.
The 4 minute mark, or a little bit before that.
So hey, it's playoffs. Try to get something going here, Bastian. Ooh, Palat around. And just missed it. He was going for the home run there. This game actually might go longer now because I think you'll just see Hurricane players trying to go for the net since they're up by a few. You know what I mean? I think that's actually something we might see a problem. Might be some constant icings here. You a little bit ahead of me?
I'm at 320. 19. 18.
I'm at 341. Just taking the draw.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's all good. It's
the last couple minutes. We know what's going to happen.
So, if I'm a Devils fan, I take with some of the good here I take is that they
didn't give up.
Yeah, they didn't give up. And, oh, wow. Yeah. Jordan Stahl's a fucking monster. Wow. That's
that was a backbreaker for this game, at least.
Yeah, this game's over. So, Hurricanes come out. They beat down the Devils 5-1. But I liked a lot of the fight I saw from the Devils in the second and third period. The series is not over by any stretch of the imagination. If the Devils can play more like they did in the second and third, they'll be better. They just need to clean up some of the things in their own end, right? So, yeah. I think a big takeaway I've had from this game is Hughes needs to stop trying to do everything himself. Like, take the simple play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, but yeah, as a Canes fan, you got to be excited, man. They're missing a couple guys. Teravainen got a broken hand in the last round, right?
Yeah. Yep.
He's out. It just doesn't matter who you put up and call up from the AHL team.
You got to look at Carolina and just say their system is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they really have no real star power, and they're still winning in the postseason.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Maybe I'll make a clickbait title like, "Is Carolina already won this series?" But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying. I see that a lot with some NHL content, like super, super, super clickbaity stuff. And it's just like, oh my God. It's like, guys, was this? Some of the stuff I see on the internet, I kind of laugh at. So, what's that?
No, I agree. Some of the stuff just entices you. Like for example, on I think it's Facebook, I think there's this group literally, right? That everything is clickbait. So like they
Oh,
fought
hockey news, like market.
no. So it's for soccer. It's actually for Manchester United,
Yeah.
right? So what they do is they're like, oh, so the name of the coach is Ten Hag, right? So they'll be like, oh, Ten Hag has made a decision on letting these players go, and it's not really anything about him saying that or any real. They're just like, oh, these guys' contracts are ending at the end of the season. It's pretty
Yeah,
much
no,
what.
it's dude, it drives me crazy because there's actually hockey. There's hockey Facebook groups I know of that. So this is the thing, right? You'll get these Facebook groups that people build up with like thousands and thousands of followers, like big following base, but then they'll sell it off to. There's a company I think in Montreal that owns like a media, like a hockey media company,
Yeah,
and it's just all clickbait article bullshit.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
way they set up their website is that they don't get they don't get ad space or ad revenue from like people clicking on their ads, just going to their web page and looking at their ads. They get money for.
Mm.
So um, yeah, it's just kind of weird, if I'm being honest with you. Um, two former Rangers scored for the Canes tonight,
Yep.
Shea and Fast.
Yep.
L Jerk says Carolina is a wagon. They look good. They look good. I think they still will go pretty far, 6 or 7. Um, I think the Hurricanes can really do something special here. And I think the Devils still have the opportunity to kind of bounce back. They shown, right, when they got punched in the mouth by the Rangers, right? They went down 2-0 in that
With a
series.
similar score. With a similar score, by the way.
Yep. Damn similar score.
Exactly.
So
Maybe this is a game plan that the Devils have. Is like, let's lose the first game, maybe even the second game by like a blowout. Give them that fake confidence, and then we're just gonna come in and actually really play.
just imagine how egotistical that would be. That'd be
Oh my
hilarious.
Lord Jesus!
We'll give you 2.
We're
No,
gonna we're gonna spot you 2 games. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make believe like we're playing, but we're gonna
so I
spot you
think
2 games.
I think all jokes aside, I think the Devils, because they're young, they need to they needed this game as a field out game.
Yeah.
Carolina's got some playoff experience, and I think this definitely kind of goes to show, like the Devils haven't played this good of a defensive team yet in the postseason. I mean, the Rangers were definitely not that. So it's like you're going to be playing an actual good defensive team, and this is what the outcome is. So 5-1, Carolina over New Jersey. Big game there. Anderson made the saves he had to, only lets up 1. Akira Schmid gets pulled after letting 3 goals, but none of those goals were his fault. So the shots were 23-19 in favor of the Devils. The Devils got outshot by the Hurricanes 11-1 in the first, so they bounced back from that. 50-50 on the dot, so even. Devils were 0 for 2 on the power play. Hurricanes were 0 for 3. The Hurricanes out hit the Devils 37-33. Devils had more blocks with 16-14, and the Hurricanes had more giveaways 14-11. The goal scorers on the night were Brett Pesce, Seth Jarvis, Jesper Kokanyemi, Nathan Bastian for the Devils, and then the rest were all Hurricanes, Brady Shea, and Jesper Fast. So 5-1 victory. I appreciate everybody that's come through. I feel like I'm watching the Devils play against themselves. Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely. They're just a young team, in my opinion, and I think that's kind of what's coming into a head. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think that's actually the main problem with the Devils is that they're such a young team that they they just need a game to feel things out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's have this conversation before we get off here because I'll just chop this off at 16-19. So Fajardo, honest question:
Mm-hmm.
Does Coach Gallant get fired?
No.
Off the New York Rangers? Explain
Negative.
why. Explain your reason.
Reason being is he's taken a team that was mediocre at best when he first got here.
Mm-hmm.
He's made some changes. and he's made this a 100-point team 2 seasons in a row. Last year we were able to go deep. Not necessarily because we were the best team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just our grit was there.
Mm-hmm.
This year we didn't go as far. We had a very very weak series against the Devils, and not taking anything away from the Devils. But we didn't show up, especially for Game 7. We just didn't. We just weren't there. You can't put that on the coach, right? So it's just one of those scenarios where, hey, it just didn't go your way this season.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough. There's not enough evidence to say, oh, Gallant is the reason why this team didn't make it to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing supporting that. And on the same token, you have to understand that he has solidified this team to what it is.
Mm. So,
Right?
honest question here, though.
Yeah.
When Gallant didn't really make any adjustments, right? They started out strong 2-0. Doesn't really adjust himself after the Devils made their own adjustments. Do you think that kind of points out there might? I mean, the players played poorly, right? I'm not going to excuse the players, right? Panarin was a ghost out there, but does that kind of signify that to me, or signal, I should say, that maybe he got outcoached?
I'm not going to say yes on that one. And the reason being is because they made adjustments. The problem is that they weren't executed. And that has nothing to do with the coach. That is 100% on the players, right? Because those same adjustments that he made for Game 4, right? The players, it looks like they just didn't get it or just didn't go for it as much. But game 6, it clicked for them because he did make adjustments and they won very very handsomely, right?
Yeah.
Which made it seem like, okay, Game 7 should be really good, really interesting, right? And at that point, it's not on the coach. Game 7s fare very smallly on the coach themselves. It's more on the player and what they're doing, right? And if you look at that game, they just weren't, like, they were either trying too much or just weren't committed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely plays a part in it. As for Gallant being fired, I just don't see it happening. I think
Too much success.
Too much success. Well, to be fair, though, Bruce Cassidy got fired from the Bruins, right? And then the Bruins took off and had that really good regular season. But, I mean, I don't think success is always the determining factor.
I'm sorry. But I love the intros for the Vegas Knights. These intros are just amazing.
So, but I think when it kind of comes down to it is I blame more the players than the coach. Panarin disappeared. I think Patrick Kane was getting a little bit too much criticism. He had 6 points in 7 games. Is he prime Patrick Kane? No, but you got him understanding that. Tarasenko was okay. Kreider was pretty solid in the beginning of the series. But I think a lot of your star players faded away. And defensively, that is the problem with the Rangers. And I hate to be like, oh, I told you so, but that was the biggest problem I had with the Rangers going into the postseason. Defensively, will they be good enough?
So on that same coin, right? I think that the guys you needed to score got caught more on the defensive side. So like Zibanejad got caught defending more than he was able to contribute offensively. Right, which technically, that's why like the first line and second lines were more of like standstills, right? When it got down to like the third line, fourth line, that's when the Devils kind of just took over the game. The kid line just didn't show up. They didn't do anything. The only guy that was doing anything on that line was Kakko. He was noticeable, but he's been that way all season. He's the guy who I believe for that line to work is the key point. He is the engine that makes that kid line work, right? Okay. Because he's the guy who does all the work on the boards. He does he's the guy who makes goes all out to find a way to make it happen. Yeah. Whereas Hito and Lafreniere, they just get more of the glamour of it, right? Like they end up getting the goals based off of his hard work or his finds.
Right.
Hito has good face-offs. he can create. He's an explosive center. His problem is that again, he. I just think that he's still trying to figure out his complete game. He scored a lot this season, which is great. Had a career high in goals, I believe, right? But he still needs to find that in the playoffs.
I mean, but I think that's going to be a learning process for him.
Of
As for the kid line, I think it's just going to take more time. All of them are relatively young. I would actually like to see them go into a more of a second line role next season, so you could see further growth in that and be
100%.
relied upon instead of being a luxury.
Exactly.
But I think we both agree. I don't think Gallant deserves to get fired. I don't think he'll get fired. But people that watch this segment, I'd be interested to know your thoughts down below. Do you believe Gallant should be fired by the Rangers? And if you do think that, who should replace him? I'm Captain Paul. That is Fajardo. And we're going to be signing off here. Thank you for everyone tuning into the live stream and tuning into this clip. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.